Hello, hello. Hello, hello, everyone. Got my wine this time. Got it. Hello, hello. So to this live, I'm going to be talking about why did my credit score drop? That is a question that I get a lot when I'm doing consultations. The client be saying, well, I did such and such, but why did my credit score drop? And I have come up with 6 different factors as to why your credit scores can drop. So we're only going to talk about 3 today, well, tonight, and then it's going to be a part 2 to talk about the other 3, okay? So I'm going to let a few people get in here. And as you know, if you for the ones that's coming back listening to this, please hashtag replay. And the ones that's catching it live, please like, share, comment, because y'all comments and everything, it encourages me. And I do want to keep giving out this, this knowledge. So y'all keep encouraging me, and I'll keep spitting out the gems. Okay? Okay. Oh, earring done fell out. Hello, hello on Facebook. I don't know why it does not show me who's coming in on Facebook, but I do Facebook from my desktop, and for some reason it'll tell me like how many people. Hold on, y'all. I'm having a malfunction right now. Hold on. It tells me how many people is on there, but it don't tell me like who it is, where I can speak and stuff like that. We'll just leave it out. So hey, Facebook, if you can just comment, say hi or whatever, and so it might then show me who's speaking to me, then I'll know who's in the room so that I can address. But hey everyone, so I am so gonna jump right into it. Let me introduce myself for those who do not know me, for those who's going to be watching this on replay. I am Koya Stewart, the founder and owner of the Lavish Credit Lifestyle, where we help people get their credit to where it needs to be in order to live their lavish lifestyle that they desire. And that can be anything. Everyone has a certain way that they would love to live, or a certain way that they want, where they want to be in life. So that can be vary from different people. But one thing that I do know is that one of the number one things that can help you get there is your credit. So my company, we help people, like I said, get to where they need to be for their credit. So yeah, that's what I do. And I'm also a realtor. Even though I am licensed, active license, but I do not practice it. However, if you come to my service, if you come to my company and you receive service from me, and you decide that you want to get a house, then I definitely can refer you to some great, amazing realtors that I know, depending on what area that you're looking to move into. So yeah, I'm building a whole little thing here, So I'm excited. And so let's see. Make sure I covered it on my notes. And so I'm going to jump right into it. Make sure that you got your pen and paper, especially if you're someone who's in the process of doing your own credit, restoring your own credit, or want to know more about credit, or you over here you baffled too as to why you did such and such and your credit score dropped. So you definitely want to take notes, and I am going to begin. So once again, the title, why did my credit score drop, part 1. And the first reason why your credit score could have dropped is because you missed a payment on one of your credit accounts. Okay? So what happens is, now we know life happens, things happen, and that's just the way it goes. But the biggest and the biggest mistake that we as consumers can make is not communicating with the creditors that we're in debt with. So if you know that you have lost your job, or if you know that you had missed a day in one of your pay week and your payment your paycheck gonna be short, whatever you know that you got going on, it's very vital that you call your creditor and let them know that. You call your creditor and you converse that to them. You inform them of that, because what can happen is that can delay a late payment coming on to your report. And by doing that, you can ask for an extension. You can ask for an extension. You can ask for an extension. The most that you can do. If there's anything else that you can do, you'll know that with who you are in debt with, and in the beginning they tell you what you can and cannot do when stuff like this happens. But I know for a fact you can be able to get you an extension, right? So if you go ahead and communicate that with the creditor, then when that time comes for your payment, they won't be quick to ding your report, because you have already let them know, hey, I won't be able to make that payment this week. How about next week? Or can I extend my day or my time? Now, granted, understand this. I'm not saying this happens for every creditor that you can call, because someone might be like, well, I did call them and let them know I was going to be late, and they still gave me a late payment. And that's possible. But you don't know unless you try. Okay? So, when you miss a payment, you got to understand this. When you miss a payment on your account, that's 35% of your credit score, right? 35% of your credit score. That is like the biggest number for your credit score. So by you missing that payment, you are knocking yourself, a lot. So that is one of the reasons why your credit score possibly dropped. Okay. The next one is your credit card utilization. Listen, y'all. Me and my words. Listen, that just made me think about on my podcast. I'm co-host of this podcast called Interesting Facts, and y'all should check it out. Every Friday, I always post a link, and you can come on there. You can check it out. If you feel like you need something to say, you can come on there and say something. But me and words don't get along real good. Listen, I will remix a word in a minute, okay? But long as y'all right here with me and y'all know what I'm saying, we gonna be okay? But so your credit card usage increase, that's a major part, because we all know that, some of us may know that you're supposed to keep your credit cards at least 30% or below. The lower the better. But you want to at least keep your utilization below 30%, right? So if you are using your credit cards and your percentage is going up, then that is messing up your credit. That's messing up your just lost my thoughts, y'all. I am so sorry. But that's messing with your limit. So you're going over your limit, and you're not supposed to go over 30%. And what you have to understand is the most important thing when it comes to your credit cards is your statement balance, okay? Your statement balance is very important, because that is when your creditor, they report to your bureaus, okay? So if you go and max out your card and you thinking that, okay, long as I have this paid by my payment date, I'm good. That's not how it works. If you max out your card and you don't have it paid back down by your statement balance, then it's going to ding your report, because you have went over your limit. And in case you're wondering, how do I know what my statement balance is? All you have to do is look at what date that they send you your statement balance, whether they send it electronically or through the mail. Just look at what date that they send out your statement balance, okay? And then that'll give you your date. And I always tell my clients to put that date on your calendar, put down to remind you within 2 days that due date is coming up. So if you have a balance on your report that is over the limit, then you can go ahead and get that paid down, okay? So when they report, it'll report good debt report, okay? So that's very, 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 very important, okay? Let me take a little sip. I got my wine today, y'all. Last time I didn't have my wine. I got my wine today. How is everybody doing today? How is everybody doing? Listen, and if you have a question or anything, it don't have to be what I'm speaking on about the credit. If you have any type of question, I am open to answering them. So, don't be shy. Ask away. Ask away. And thank you all that's joining me. I see you guys on IG. Hey. Thank you guys for tuning in. Now, what also is let me tell y'all, let me go back to the credit card. Like, y'all have got to really, in order to make that credit card work for you, you have definitely got to understand it. And I am pushing this because I was one of those ones that thought that as long as I had my payment made by the due date, then I was good. So let's say like I would go buy something and then without like in a day or two, I'm paying it off. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing my thing. But then when it's showing on my credit report that my payments are being made good, but it's not doing it to my credit score. But I had found out that that's because I was leaving no good debt on there for my for them to report. I wasn't leaving no good debt. I was paying it off. And that's the thing about credit reports, credit scores, credit reports. At the end of the day, your credit report is just good debt or bad debt report, okay? So you want to have good debt. For me, I preach this, like, debt is good. Now, you do have some people that say you want to be debt free, you don't want to have no debt, you want to pay all your money, pay with money, you don't want to have, debt and stuff like that. And check them people. Them people got money, and they can like spend in. So, but good debt is good, okay? And I'm going to do a segment about that. I'm going to do a live about that, like, about good debt, because that's what makes your credit report. Hey, y'all. Let me see. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy that I cannot see who's saying something. Who's coming in on Facebook. But hey, guys. And so the third reason why your credit score dropped is because a negative item was placed on your account, or the derogatory item was placed on your account. So that's a big reason. Like a collection or a charge off, that drops your score. That's dropped your score tremendously too, because that's a bad report. If you go and get a Verizon phone and you don't pay that Verizon phone, and then you wait like after like 180 days, it goes into charge off, and then after that it goes whatever collection agency picks it up, then it's on your credit report as a collection. So when a lender, when you go and try to go get this house, or when you go and try to open up a loan and they see that you didn't pay Verizon, their first thought is, what makes me, like, how do I know she's going to pay me? So that is one of the main reasons as to why, you want to prevent collections and credit and charge-offs happening. Now, as I have said, I know life happens. Life happens. If don't nobody know life happens, Koya knows life happens, okay? So, but you want to avoid that happening at all costs, okay? So if you know that you're about to fall behind, if you know that job done laid you off, if you know that you had to get fired for that job fired you, or if you know that your car broke down and you're not gonna be able to make it to work, and so that's probably gonna cause them to fire you, whatever. We already be knowing how the scenario's kind of gonna play out. One of the main things that you should do is call your creditor. It's another thing when you owe. Let's get for real. Let's get real. We know, like, if somebody owe you some money and you don't hear nothing from them, what is your first thoughts? What our first thoughts be? Like, oh, okay. So they not finna like tell me nothing. They not finna acknowledge that they still owe me some money. And oh, don't let us see them out and about, or let me go on their Instagram or their Facebook and seeing them buying this, that, and the third, and they know that they owe you some money. So that's the same way creditors feel. That's how creditors think. Like, you ain't said nothing. You vowed that you was gonna pay us this money every 15th of the month, and we ain't got nothing from you lately. What's up? And they'll call. And if you was anything like me, we'll sit up there and send them calls to the voicemail. Like, we do not want to talk to these people because we know we ain't got their money. But communicating with them is important. It's important, y'all. It's important to communicate with your creditors, okay? So let me recap the 3 that I just spoke about. So the reason why your credit dropped is because possibly you missed a payment on one of your credit accounts. Don't do that. By all means, don't do that. Call and communicate with your creditor if you know that you're going to have to miss a payment. Call and talk to your creditor, because missing a payment, that's 35% of your credit score. That's why when you miss a payment, your credit score drops tremendously. It drops. That's the same way if you close a credit card. Never close an old account, an old credit card, or anything like that. Because when you close a credit card, you are closing payment history. You're closing length of credit history. You're closing types of credit. And that's like 60% right there of your credit score altogether. That's why when you close a credit card, you get dinged like 100 points. So you have to communicate with these people. You have to communicate. Let me see. So just to like do a recap of that, so yeah, and the second thing is your credit card usage increase. You know, so you went over the 30%. This month you had some major bills and you had to play catch up, so you had to use your card a little bit more. So you went over your bills. Now, in order to be able to go over your credit limit and avoid getting dinged, is you gotta know your statement balance. Your statement balance is very important, because if you know your statement balance, then you know that is the date that they report to the bureaus. So if I max out my cards before my statement balance, at least I know that I need to have them paid back down at least 30% before such and such date, before they report this to the bureaus. It's not about your payment date. It's not about your payment date. What your payment date is like this. When they see that you ain't took care of what you need to take care of before the statement balance, then that's when they give you like a deadline. Like, okay, we need our money on this date. That's why your statement balance should be before your payment date, and your payment date should be after your statement balance, okay? And I'm telling y'all take what I'm saying and apply this, and I guarantee you're going to see your numbers go up. I guarantee you're going to see some positive things happening. And when you do, please comment and let me know that it did work for you, okay? Okay. And then the third thing is derogatory items were placed on your account. So let's say I was using Verizon. Let's say you had a Verizon account, and then you wasn't able to pay a Verizon account. Then it can leave from your report, and then it can come back on your report years later as a collection, and then that ding your report, okay? So you always want to try to avoid getting to that point where they become a charge off or a collection. If it become when and if it do become a collection, you definitely never want your first thought to be, let me pay this collection. You always want to dispute your collections first, okay? Now, understand this. You do got some people that be wanting, they want the quick fix, and they'll pay the money and they'll say, okay, we'll delete it off your report. Then you wait 30 to 60 days to have it, taken off. But if you anything like me, I like all my money in my pocket. I like my money to myself. I like to get my hair done. I like to buy, stuff for myself. I like my nails done. Like, I like my money for me. I don't want to be giving my money out if I don't have to. So when a collection comes your way, and even though you know that's your account, that collection agency have to validate. They have to validate first that they have to validate that they are able to collect their money, that they supposed to collect their money, because a collection agency is just a third party agency that bought some debt. Yeah, get it. They bought some debt. They bought debt, and now they trying to come get you for the money. So they trying to like profit off of your debt. So, if you don't have to pay it, why pay it? Why just not send a letter and go from there, okay? Now, if they can validate it, then yeah, you want to come to a debt settlement agreement, and then you want to have them to, come to a debt settlement agreement, and then you want to talk about deletion, okay? Pay to delete. So, it's just like simple stuff. And I had a client, and well, she's not a client. She did a consultation with me, and actually it was yesterday. And when I had looked at her report, she did not need credit repair, and I let her know that she didn't need credit repair. Right? All she needed to do was get the method down about how to conduct your credit card so that it can benefit you and your credit score. Right? And that's all she needed. And then she had already had some collections on there that she said she already took care of. She did the pay per delete method. So those was good. And that was just all that she needed to do. And that's another thing too. When it comes to me and my business, like, I let people know if you need credit repair or not. Because what happens is a lot of people sit up here and pay money for credit repair, or they go pay money for a bankruptcy, and they didn't even need neither one. They ain't even need that. Not at all. Yeah, so put up the code. What's the code? Groceries. Sorry, y'all. Amazon just delivered my groceries. Listen, if y'all not getting Amazon to deliver y'all groceries, y'all sleep. Y'all are asleep. But put the code stuff up, okay?
I know where the other stuff go.
Huh? Okay, if you know where it goes, you can put it up neatly. But yeah, I forgot what I was just saying. But yeah. So yes, those are the part 1 3 reasons as to why your credit score could be dropping. Now, next week, Wednesday, same time, I'm going to be speaking about the other 3 reasons as to why your credit score drops or whatever. These nets, y'all. Or why your credit score drops. So you definitely want to tune in for that. And once again, like, share, comment. And if you're watching this on replay, hashtag replay. Once again, y'all interactions, y'all sharing, liking, commenting. It means a lot to me. It encourages me to keep going. Because honestly, this is not my thing. I am so introverted, y'all. And listen, I know it has become a cliche word, but I am truly an introvert. So this is like big step for me, okay? So the encouragement by sharing, liking, and hashtag replaying would truly mean a lot to me. And if you want to, you can follow me at Koya Stewart _ on Instagram. And if you're on my Facebook, I'm pretty sure you already following my Facebook or my and my Instagram. And my Facebook is Koya Stewart. My business account of Instagram is The Lavish Credit Lifestyle. The Lavish Credit Lifestyle, but it's The Lavish Credit _ lifestyle. Okay. Good credit, better living. That's what we all about. So I want y'all to have a blessed and wonderful night. I want y'all to stay safe, and don't let anyone steal your joy, because you're going to give that person the power. And until next Wednesday.